Hey everyone, it's Nancy. I wanted to do a quick video and let you all know that Your Paper Pantry is having their Home for the Holidays virtual crop on Ustream this weekend. It's Sunday, December 5th from 1:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be lots of giveaways and stuff for Your Paper Pantry members, and we hope you can all come. So my little project that I wanted to show today is this jar. Last night when I was cooking dinner, this was the Alfredo sauce jar from the sauce that I used, and I thought that since I showed you how to do the ornaments with the glitter, let me grab one real quick. One of the ornaments with the glitter, and I used the Murphy oil soap instead of the Pledge Future Shine since I didn't have any, that I could probably get the same effect in the jar that I did with the ornaments. So as you see, it worked. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Now this is the plain jar of the sauce. So I took my Tim Holtz alcohol ink, the mixatives in the gold, and I painted the lid to cover the ragu. So I just kind of paint it over this to cover that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll put a quick coat of this just to show you how fast and easy that is to cover that up. Well, my paintbrush is kind of sticking a little bit. But I'll do a couple of coats of this to cover that up. And on mine, I kind of spackled it while the alcohol ink was a little drier, and it gives it more of a textured look, and it covers the wordings a little easier. You can see how it's got, I don't know if you can tell on that one since it's not completely done, but on this one, if you can kind of see the texture on it where I covered that. But you can see how shiny it is too. On that one I used a chunkier glitter, just this cheaper glitter that I got at Walmart. But on this one I'm going to use the Martha Stewart in the white gold, and it's the ultra fine glitter. So what I'm going to do is, let me move this, take my jar, I'm going to have a little bowl here to pour off the liquid. Okay, so I'm going to slowly just add this to the jar and do it real slow so it doesn't get bubbles in it. Okay, doesn't have to be a whole lot in there. And I'm just going to move this around, trying to make sure I stay on camera. Okay, and just rotate this in the jar just to cover the inside. So once it goes around, I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to do the same thing as I pour it out so I can cover the inside of the lip of the jar. Just like you do with the ornaments, just kind of walk it around. And then just tap out the excess. You don't want it, you know, puddled up in there. Okay. So that's pretty good. My jar has the liquid on the inside. I'm going to take my glitter and pour it inside, and then I'm going to do the same thing and walk this glitter around on the inside of the jar to cover the whole thing. I'm going to take the other bowl And as I get this toward the end, I walk it around to coat the inside of the jar opening too. And I'll just tip it over and pounce out the excess into the bowl. And set that to the side. Now there is my sparkly, shiny jar. Now, pretend that the lid was completely finished. I'm going to take, well actually let me go ahead and finish it real quick so that I can apply the flour. But I'm just going to kind of pounce this just to give it that texture and helps it cover it easier so it doesn't have to be so perfect. And do around the little edge. And this alcohol ink actually matches pretty well what they already had on there, on the gold on the rim. So I'm just going to add some texture along this edge. The top you won't see as much. Almost finished. I'm just going to pounce this around here. I don't know if you can see how it's giving it like that texture from the brush. Perfectly imperfect, okay? This is art, it's not wrong. Just always remember that. Okay. So that's pretty good enough. I don't know if you can you see the texture? Okay. So now I'm just going to put my lid on my jar, and I'm going to add, I have the poinsettias from like the dollar store, and I took them apart. They came on a little stem, and they have this gold for the center. So I'm going to take just some hot glue and put it right in the middle of the cap. I'm going to sit this flour down in that glue down in the center. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one, but I'm going to offset this flour a little bit from the other and push it down in there. Then this stem has this little tip right here, which of course isn't going to fit in there, so I'm just going to snip that off. I'm going to put my glue on here so I can control it a little better. And I'm just going to sit that down in the center and kind of push them around and glue that down. Pull off the little strings. So there, that adds the poinsettia to the top. Okay. Then I'm going to take this red velvet ribbon that I got last year at Walmart after Christmas, and I'm gonna cut off about as much as I need to go around here. Just trim this real quick. Okay. I'm going to take my hot glue and put just a little bit on that very edge of that ribbon and put it in the center. And then I'm going to wrap that ribbon around the jar. To where it meets. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this little edge. Pull it so that they meet up. So that adds the red band. Okay. So I'm going to take this ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby last year, It's really pretty. Cream with the gold flourishes on it. I love this ribbon. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of measure it around. Trim it off. And then I'm going to start at that same place where the other one started. I'm just going to add a little glue right there. Put my ribbon there. And so that it's centered in the middle of the red ribbon. I'm going to put it around. I need to trim this one a little bit more. So I'm just going to trim this ribbon. Add a little bit of hot glue to the ribbon and push it down so the seams kind of line up. Now you can put another embellishment here or whatever you want if you want to cover the seams, but mine match it pretty well so it's not real obvious. So there's the jar. I thought that with this you could put like the little electric, the little fake candles in it, and it'll flicker, and it would probably sparkle really well on the glitter down inside there. You could put it on your table or, you know, whatever you wanted to do with it. But I thought they turned out really pretty. And this one's really sparkly too. See, this one has that chunkier glitter, and this one has that fine glitter. You could do whatever colors you want, or, you know, embellishments or whatever like that. But we hope that you come by Your Paper Pantry's Ustream on Sunday. Remember, it's from 1:30 to 7 Eastern Time, and get some ideas and maybe some things you can make for your home for the holidays. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.